Every so often a new car comes along that I just can't wait to drive, and this was one of them, the third generation Audi TT. When the TT first appeared in 1998, it was a game changer. There hadn't been anything like it before, and where Audi led, others followed. It became an iconic car and remains one of the most popular coupes in the UK. We buy more TTs here than anywhere else in the world. So it's fair to say that our expectations of the latest incarnation are pretty high, and looks-wise it lives up to them. The changes in design aren't dramatic. Its harder lines and slightly more aggressive look are an evolution rather than a revolution. After all, why change what works? But of course, what's made the TT such a success is that those great looks are matched by great driving ability. Once again, Audi have delivered the goods. The TT is lighter and faster than ever before, and like its predecessor, it's good fun to drive. Now, this is the 2-litre turbocharged petrol engine, and Audi's engineers have squeezed every last drop of power out of this relatively small engine. It feels quick, it feels smooth, and it delivers plenty of performance. The engine is paired with a 6-speed manual gearbox, and while I know that the automatic will be a popular choice for many owners, I really do like the manual. I think it lets you feel and enjoy both the car and the engine more. There's something really satisfying about working your way up and down the gears on an open stretch of road. But the TT isn't just a car to have fun in. This is a sports car that you can use and enjoy every day. It's just as much fun nipping around town in it or driving it for longer distances. This entry-level front-wheel drive model doesn't feature Audi's Quattro all-wheel drive system, but the road holding is excellent. The steering feels sharp and responsive, and it's got plenty of grip, feeling solid and composed into corners. The suspension on this S-Line model has been slightly lowered, which is a no-cost option, but despite that, the ride is fairly comfortable. It takes bumps and lumps on the road in its stride. But the Quattro model is definitely the one to go for if you're worried about harsher winter weather or simply want astounding handling all year round. Go for the right engine and the TT will cost very little to run. An 11% reduction in CO2 emissions have made tax bills lower and given fuel economy a boost too. But if rock bottom running costs are at the top of your list, then our pick is the TT Ultra TDI diesel. You'll be rewarded with 60 miles to the gallon and a road tax bill of just £20 a year. But the petrol model shouldn't break the bank either, thanks to Audi's Economy Drive Select system. It allows you to tweak the car's settings from behind the wheel so you can get maximum fuel economy out of the engine and gearbox. And if you opt for the S-Tronic automatic gearbox, the system will cleverly coast to save fuel as soon as you lift off the accelerator. As with all other Audi models, the new TT benefits from the company's affordable fixed-price servicing deals. Now, the TT may not look dramatically different outside, but in here it's all changed, and what I love about this interior is how simple, how pared down, but how elegant it feels. As far as I'm concerned, it should be a benchmark for what car interiors need to be like. You spend your time sat in here not looking at the car, and this is a lovely place to be. Now, it may look simple, but don't be fooled by that because it's absolutely packed with technology. All models in the range come with this virtual cockpit display, and it's a fantastic piece of kit. It can be operated by a central wheel or from the steering wheel, and you can choose different modes. Classic, which makes the speedo and rev counter the main focus, infotainment, which minimises them, or sport, which lets the dials take centre stage. It's one of those systems that you do need to take time to get to know. But once you understand it all, most other car systems will seem like they're from the dark ages. So drivers of all shapes and sizes will find a comfortable driving position in here, and leather seats, the DAB radio and climate control come as standard across all models in the range, even the entry-level sport ones. There's also a phenomenal amount of thought gone into it. The attention to detail is incredible, like the second cup holder in that little stowage compartment. There's another compartment there for holding the key in, and if you go to this stowage compartment at the front, when you open it, a gentle light comes on which allows you to find your USB ports. And this is my favourite bit, the cockpit style air vents that also house the climate controls right there on the front. It just all works brilliantly. The basic Audi TT is now £4,000 more than it was before, making it an expensive option. But you do need to remember that there's no entry-level 1.8 litre engine anymore. The cheapest TT now comes with a powerful 2 litre TDI diesel. All models should hold their value. The Audi badge continues to sell well in the second-hand market, and that's something you should always consider. If you're in the market for an Audi TT, I'm guessing that practicality and boot space probably aren't at the top of your wish list. However, the boot isn't that bad. 305 litres of space, about the same as a VW Scirocco. I've had a load of shopping, children's scooters, even a pushchair in here without any problems. And if you want extra space, then those rear seats fold down very easily. However, let's talk about those back seats for a moment. Audi described this as a 2+2, so let me give it a go. There's a nice tether here, allows you to get the seat forward, and in you climb. It's not the most ladylike thing I've ever done, but I'm in the back. Now it's worth pointing out that I am only 5'4", and headroom in here is really not good at all. My head is touching the roof line. This is really a car for carrying children in the back, and if you are going to do that, you can do it safely. It's got 2 ISOFIX child seat points, and what I really like is the width of the seats here in the back here and how the seat belts are positioned. You've got a lot of space, and it allows you to get seat belts around booster seats and other child seats easily, which is something I struggle with in cars that are actually much larger. But as for carrying any adults in here on a long journey, it's not going to happen. The new Audi TT may not look dramatically different, but the changes that Audi have made under the skin and to the interior mean that it's not going to lose its claim to be king of the coupes anytime soon. If you have a healthy budget and you're in the market for a 2+2 coupe, then the TT really should be at the top of your list. But the TT isn't alone in the market. If you want something that's just as good to drive but with a bit more space, then watch our BMW 2 Series video. And if you fancy something cheaper, then check out the Peugeot RCZ.